Alright, so this is a really basic Planetary Annihilation tutorial video, and it's kind of aimed at players who are just kind of struggling to beat the AI and just learning how to play and stuff. And it should help you. You should be able to like beat the AI after you watch this video and kind of understand what's going on. It's not really that hard. So there's two spawns. You usually have two choices where you can spawn your commander. A has the most resources, so I'm going to pick that. So right away you want to start building a metal extractor, because you have these two resources, energy and metal. And you need metal to build things, and you need energy to build things too. And each unit you have uses a certain amount of energy per second, and that's kind of what these bars are. And you increase the like maximum bandwidth of your energy by building more of these energy plants, and you increase the maximum bandwidth of your metal by building more of these metal extractors. So what I usually do is I start out the game by building 2 metals and 2 energies. You really want to get your economy up, because if these bars go down to 0, it basically, you build super slow and it'll slow you down a ton. So I built 2 of each, and then now I'm going to build a 3rd metal extractor. And then after that I am going to build a bot factory. And you don't want to build a bot factory right away, because like I said, you won't have enough resources to do it. So one thing you can do, there's hotkeys in the game. If you press C, for example, it will select your commander. And you can also hotkey things yourself by pressing, like, if I select this factory and I press Control 2, then whenever I press 2, it'll select my factory for you. So it's just a nice thing to do. So after your factory finishes, I usually queue up a bunch of fabrication bots. One thing that new players don't really understand is you really need to get like your economy going before you can start building units. And you can use both your commander and fabrication bots to do this. So start out by building just like a ton of fabrication bots, probably like maybe even 10 of them if you're playing the computer. I mean, it'll be a little bit different once you get used to the game on what strategies you want to do, but you really want to get your economy going. That's what most people don't understand. So a pretty big helpful feature is if you hold down Shift, you can queue up commands for units. So as soon as they're done building that, they're gonna go and build 2 more metal extractors. So if you look at my resources at the top, you can see what I'm low on. Like right now they're pretty even, but you really want to keep track of that. And if you're low on energy, build more energy. If you're low on metal, build more metal. So to start out, I'm just going to build like tons of energy and tons of metal extractors until I have a pretty good economy going. You don't really need to worry about scouts and stuff, but it's good to build just like a missile tower, just to clean out those so they don't annoy you. You really don't need like a ton of defenses right away. People tend to overbuild those when they're new players. So if you notice, I keep selecting all these new builders, and that's because I keep hotkeying them. I hotkey like all my builders on 3, so then I can, if you have more than one builder building something, it builds much faster than if you just have one, as you've probably noticed. So now that I have a pretty good economy going, I'm gonna build up another, well, I'll get another defense here. I'm gonna build up more factories. And this time I'm gonna do vehicle factories because they are kind of stronger units. So I'm gonna build up 4 vehicle factories. As you can see right now, I'm like really low on energy, so I might need to take a few guys off. Don't be afraid to like take guys off of the building if you're low on energy, and build an energy thing and then continue building. It's because you just build really slow if your energy is in the negative. Alright, so now that I have a bunch of factories going, I'm going to build a bunch of ants, which are just tanks. And then I'm going to start building more metal extractors. And I'm just queuing up tons of metal extractors all over the map as I build up units, because I'm low on metal right now. And it's you know, it's pretty good to build like a turret next to every metal extractor too, if you want it to be defended against air. And if you right click on one of these things, on the units you have queued up, it'll cancel them, and left click builds them. So I keep all of my production hotkeyed because then it's easier to just build it. Another thing you can do is if you hold shift and press a number, so I'm holding shift and I press 1, now I can snap back to that view if I hold alt and press 1. That's a really useful thing to easily be able to move around the map. Alright, so now that I have like a decent sized force, I'm gonna just like try to go attack the enemy. I don't really know where they are. One thing you can do is build a scout in the beginning, which is pretty smart to do. But since this is like a really basic tutorial, we're not doing that, we're just building an army. You can still beat the computer pretty easily doing that. So one thing you may have noticed is I have like plenty of energy and metal right now. Oh, there's the computer. So they kind of came from that direction, so I'm going to go attack over there. I have a lot of extra minerals and well, metal and energy right now, so I'm going to build more production right now. So actually, this would be a decent time to start building an advanced factory, since I have excess resources, so I'm going to do that. And as soon as that is done, I'm going to build an advanced fabricator. Alright, so maybe the computer's down a little bit. Yeah, it looks like they're down there. Alright, so you can kind of see my attack isn't really working out that well because they have too many defenses. So what I need to do is I just need to build up a lot more units before I go and attack them. And I don't want to just sacrifice all these guys. Alright, so you can see this is like an advanced fabricator bot. So now I can build an advanced metal extractor. And it's a good idea to upgrade all of your existing ones to advanced ones because they get you a lot more income. And as you can see here, I'm using a lot more energy. These guys use a lot more energy than the regular ones. So I'll probably want to get an advanced energy plant before I upgrade those other things. And only an advanced fabrication bot can build advanced things, but the regular non-advanced guys can actually help build them. So it's a good idea to keep those guys along with the other ones because you can build it faster if you use those two to help build it. All right, so those guys, I don't have enough energy to really build that at this time, so I'm going to build another energy plant before I continue doing that. Alright, so one more energy, then I'm going to start upgrading these. You can also, if you have your production buildings selected, you can right click and it'll rally all the units that build out of it to that spot. So once all these tanks get over here, I'm gonna try to attack. Another thing you can do to speed up, like this thing's building a lot faster than normal because I have these fabrication bots helping the building process. If you just right click on it, it'll build faster. So it's like a good thing to do if you're building, if you want to build things faster and your bots are just sitting around, make them do that. So I'm just going to queue up some more building. It's like a really, like, the thing that most players have problems with is they're not constantly building things the entire game. And that's what you really need to do, otherwise you're going to, like, the bot will constantly, or the AI is constantly building things the entire game. And that's something that a lot of players have trouble doing. But once you get the hang of that, the AI is actually really easy to beat. Alright, so now that I have all these tanks going, it shouldn't be a problem to just plow through everything. And another thing is use your hotkeys to just like keep building things as you're attacking. There's their commander. If all you need to do to win is kill their commander, so it's a good idea to kind of target him if possible. Well, he's gonna get away. Alright, so second wave of attacking units. I need to kind of rally up a big cluster of units before I attack again. And keep on building things. So I have pretty good control of the map right now, so I'm just gonna like go out and build more of this. Alright, so it looks like he kind of expanded someplace down here. Basically just on the hunt for their commander right now because I killed most of their stuff. Oh, it looks like they're down here. He's running all over the place. It's hard to track him down. So while I'm doing this, I might as well just build an advanced. I want to be able to find the commander easier. So I'm just going to build an orbital launcher, because that's kind of like the next progression from advanced factory. And with that, I can build satellites and be able to kind of reveal the entire map. Alright, so I'm also just going to build a an air factory, so then I can just fly a plane around and find where their commander's hiding. Alright, so these planes that I built, called Fireflies, they're basically scouts. They barely do any damage, but they're really, really fast. So you can kind of scout the entire planet. Oh, there's their commander. So I found the commander, and all I need to really do is go kill him. As you can see, these planes basically do no damage to him, but... So we're about to win the game, and hopefully watching this you can kind of see the basics of how you really need to build up your economy before you can start building a bunch of these buildings and units. Because if you don't have a good economy, these will build even slower, and it just takes forever. So hopefully you found that useful. I might do more advanced tutorials later. Good luck.